Lying, cheating, hurting, that's all you seem to do. Messing around every guy in town, putting me down for thinking of someone new. Always the same, playing your game, drive me insane, trouble's gonna come to you.
The media and spokesman experience gave me insight into how the media works and forced me to recognize the responsibility and privilege that role entails. As you know, I'm a slow learner, but after many mistakes, I learned to speak only to my own expertise, BC weather, when the camera was rolling. I began deferring to hydrologists, fire weather forecasters, and avalanche professionals when media or emergency planners had questions about flooding, forest fires, or avalanches. I also developed an intense distaste for what Thomas Sowell calls elitism and I call pretendology. That is, academics leveraging their experience, PhD, media exposure, or Nobel Peace Prizes in one discipline to pretend they are experts in another. When it comes to weather, unfortunately, every Ted, Dan, and Harry in academia or the media now make unchallenged claims to expertise in meteorology. Strangely, meteorologists and the professional society to which most belong, the Canadian Meteorological and Oceanographic Society, remain silent about this fraud. I cannot. Perhaps it's my familiarity with the media and the awful celebrity game it entails driving me to speak up.
I'm Edward Struzik. I'm the author of Swamplands, which looks at the future of flooding in North America, which is going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. One of the biggest things that we've done was that we built cities and farms and towns on top of former lakes and bogs and fens. The natural tools that help us deal with floods aren't there to absorb whatever excessive moisture that there is. But we're getting, because of climate change, a lot of different weather patterns, these atmospheric rivers that come in from the Pacific. Think of it as kind of like the Amazon River up in the air, and eventually it drops some of that moisture. That's what we saw happening in BC. And the other thing that we're seeing is that this weakening of the jet stream, which is a weather maker.
Lying, cheating, hurting, that's all you seem to do. Messing around every guy in town, putting me down for thinking of someone new. Always the same, playing your game, drive me insane.